All right. Next up is Pixel Quote. Pixel Quote. If you don't mind, the stage is yours. If you could break down what your project is about, and yeah, just kind of introduce yourself to the community.
Hi, GM everyone. Andrew here. First of all, thanks, Kimi, Shizzy, and Yagobi for the opportunity to be on the space to explain about our project. First of all, myself, I'm glad to be among all the builders here. For myself, I look at myself as more like an investor and creators rather than the builders. To me, builders are those who build the platform like marketplace, like a exchange, and also the infrastructure in the Ordinals ecosystem. For me, actually, I started in crypto since 2017, and then I've been in the NFT space in 2020 as a collector. I collected many PFP projects and also virtual land since early stage like Somnium Space, CryptoVoxer, Sandbox, Xstate. Um, when we before Ordinals, actually myself is I have a production house which I provide services, creative services for corporate client, creative multimedia services. So I use the talent that I have. I created another sister company, which is an NFT studio. So we experiment a few projects, small project in the Cardano space, Ethereum space. And when we come to know about Ordinals, uh, actually before that, we already heard someone talk about uh, the NFT is actually not that immutable because the images can be changed because it is only point to the IPFS. I first heard uh, about this point from Richard Hartz, the Hex founder. So when I met Ordinals, straight away I understand what it is. So I got into Bitcoin is because I love uh, financial sovereignty, and also I think money should be free to transact. So the same concept apply to art. I think for human, general consensus other than money, transact or money, and then the will to seek for religion. The third one is art. If you look back to the ancient time, all right, they after they fulfill their daily needs, next they seek for religion, and third they will go and explore art. That's why you see all the ancient cave, they're scribbling on the cave, on the wall. So this is how I see Ordinals actually. So what we are doing now for me or myself, I think is pretty meaningful. Uh, the difference is this time we are in a digital space, and the more special thing is we are it's not the centralized digital space, which it can be take it away in one click. It can be banned, it can be censored. We are building a digital space which cannot be censored, and this is doable in Bitcoin. So that's why when we see Ordinals in January and February, we went ahead to learn, and then luckily we met someone in Discord. That person is Ordinally. At first, we don't know who he is. We do not know his background. It's just a random person. So he's trying to look for someone to see whether interested in his field of his self-made art in Ordinals. So I just DM him and ask for, hey, want to like my past, how I collect NFT in the Ethereum space, Cardano. Same thing. I asked him, how can I collect this sub 10K? And then only I knew that he helped people to inscribe stuff. I think one of them is Billy. So for our project, Pixel Code could be the maybe third or fourth project that he assists to inscribe. Our project, Pixel Code NFT, you might be curious why we still remain the word NFT should be ordinals or artifact, right? So at the early stage, you were thinking, will there anyone understand what is artifacts and ordinals? That's why we remain the word NFT there at the beginning. Now we were thinking whether we want to change to ordinals or artifact, but there's some history story. So due to this reason, we remain this word NFT till now. So continue the story with our inscribing at the back a few months ago. At that time, we have a small collection, which is suitable to inscribe in Bitcoin. If the collection is too big, it's impossible because it will be very expensive. So I still remember when Ordinally helped us to inscribe, he tend to wait for the time that is 2 set, 3 set, and then inscribe the first batch, and then we wait. But the fee going from 5 set to 10 set, and then I was telling him we cannot wait. I think we need to proceed before it get over 100K, because we really want the whole collection to be under 100K. Our collection have about 533 pieces of art. Half of it is MP4 videos. This is quite meaningful to me because my background is I specialize in video production work. So coincidentally, after it hit 100K, and then ordinarily he did analysis, find out that sub 100K, most of it is images. Only 135 piece of inscription is MP4 videos, and 130 piece of MP4 videos is pixel code. And another unique point of pixel code is all our artwork, every piece of it is manual illustrated digitally. We use the pad to illustrate by 5 different artists. Those artists were my company colleagues, and each of it is with a unique code. Why do we come of this idea is because at the post NFT stage, means the before the bear market comes, on the Ethereum side, Cardano side, Solana side, we tend to see quite a lot of starting to emerge quite a lot of project collection which convey the message of the not very good message, such as for some people maybe they are okay, but for me I see a lot of like Illuminati messages. Okay, so I know some of you might will laugh, but for me I study some of the incident around the world, so I know the language. So from here we discuss internally, why not we create something positive with message. That's why we have this idea pixel code, means pixel art with a unique code. Each of the art is come with uh, either a positive word, encouraging word, or some word that reflect the current status code. Yeah. Um, yeah, I see someone raising hand. Uh, I should I stop here for at the moment?
Um, well, yeah, let's pause a little bit because I think some
Yep.
people have some questions. I was
Yep.
actually going on it, to be honest with you. I was going through all your inscriptions because now these are really early. You know, you're talking about 35 through 78,000. How many total MP4s did ordinally say there are total in the
If
first
you
hundred
look,
thousand
if
inscription?
a first 100,000 inscription is there's only 135
MP4
uh
total?
MP4 videos, yes, and no one know. I mean, no one seems to care. At the same time, you can see that I think Leonidas, he one there's one time he make a post and mention about 10 metas in Ordinals, and one of it is file types. At that
Yeah.
time, rare sets haven't. I mean, there's not so many things come out yet, so I'm not sure why nobody talk about file types yet. But this is one of the key that I think people overlook. So my point is, now everybody is looking at rare sets, but under 100K, there's not much. At the time, the rare set we're talking about is we look for sets 2009, 2009 sets. That one is like old sets. Other than that, there's maybe some rarity in the artwork, some trade. So I think the file type rarity in file types is one of the key that if you guys look for some art in sub 100K, other than original art, you can also look for the rare file types. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Gonna run over to Magic Eden. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. All right. That's actually really interesting. I honestly didn't think about that. Definitely could see that being one of the metas whenever things get crazy. But yeah, I want to before you say anything, Pixel Coil, I want to let Knox. He has a question. He has his hand up. Go ahead, Knox.
Hey, morning, guys. I'm just been kind of absorbing all the cool people up here. But, dude, Pixel Quote, that is so fucking cool. And I don't know why people are not paying more attention to it. You are so right. Um, like what, you're 35,000, like that. That's even before when we hit Cyber Raider. So that, and like that, I feel like was like early as fuck, man. It's crazy. And that, like, how many MP4s are even on like Ordinals and like out of all 35 million? Like, probably not many. you know?
35 million. Now 34 million is text inscription. 1.2 million is images. 300,000 is JSON and application file. And about 1,630 is MP4 videos. I don't know why people not inscribing MP4 videos. Perhaps it's a bit expensive,
Yeah.
or they do not know how to compress the file. I'm still like kind of shocked that it's still very less. Yeah.
Well, you would imagine that it would be expensive. Like, how big are the files that you inscribed so early on? Like, I mean, I don't know. That's just like so ahead of the game. I feel like to have MP4s. I mean, I haven't seen what yours look like, but I imagine it sounds like you have experience with it that you would be able to. You've learned how to like compress them in a way that they still look good.
It was about one megabyte. Sorry, about more than 2 megabyte, and then we compressed to about 20 kilobytes. 20
Wow.
kilobytes. Yep. Yep.
They did such a good job. I mean, they look like gifs. Like I'm looking at it right now. So they compressed it to the point to where I mean, it shows up like a GIF or GIF, however you say that. But
It was animated videos, and MP4 videos format is pretty common among the video production industry. So that is why we use MP4 videos. When we inscribe, we do not know this is so rare. It is we only discover it after some time, and when we inscribe, I still remember Ordinally say the Ordinals Explorer do not support the viewing of MP4 videos, only support images. So do you want to risk to inscribe it? So we think for a little bit, then we say go ahead, go ahead. We don't care. Just inscribe it. We see how does it goes. Luckily, after a few days, we able to view it in Ordinals Explorer. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Well, man, this is really cool. I love this because this is kind of like I do agree with you. Like you can tell the early inscriptions when ordinals first started because of. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of it's the quality because of the size of the file that you had to work with. As recursion came along and different ways to compress, it got better. But I think that it's going to play out sort of like how sports cards were or collectibles that were older. They look horrible when you compare them to today's production, but that's the value in them is the history behind it. And I think that's how these early inscriptions are going to play out as well. That's just my opinion though.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think
Thanks for bring out this point. From what I see, digital collectibles mainly people looking for two things. One is historical provenance. Second is utility. Uh, the good thing with ordinals is it has the relation with time. So once you miss the time frame, the window, what is past is past. It can never go back. But utility, you can still have time to build it slowly. So this is what I see. This is one of my opinion. Yep.
Awesome. Go ahead, Knox.
dude, I like totally agree with you, Gobi. I think that something that was said a lot when I don't know, we were still inscribing around like 100K was that you think about the collections on ETH, and you think about like just in general, like something like Other Side, for example, gets tons of volume and interest, etc. I would not be surprised if eventually, once ordinals kind of take off a little more, that we see people scouring through like sub 100K looking for collectibles or interesting collections, like pixel quotes. So I don't think this is like actually super cool. I didn't know about your collection before pixel quote, but to have MP4s that early is really. And I'm just looking at them now as well. They're really cool. So great work, guys. Honestly.
Awesome. Well, Pixel Quote, we appreciate your time up here, and I'm definitely gonna. Well, it looks like Ordbit is raising his hand. Go ahead, Ordbit.
Yeah, so we just wanted to add on to this that we got the opportunity to meet Pixel Code in Singapore at the Ordinal Summit, and it was like pretty good. We had like a good conversation, and I mean, yeah, I completely agree. Like, more people should know about like what they've done. So a big shout out to Pixel Code, and yeah, that's all I want to say. Thanks.
Awesome. Appreciate your input there. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I actually, Shizzy and I are planning on going to these in real life events because you can really connect there, right? And we're just glad to have Pixel Quote up for today's panel. And that's one thing that Ordinal Revolution podcast is about, is giving people a platform to be able to talk about what they've built, what they've created, what they're about, and whenever they maybe not have had any platform at all, really, or just little exposure. So, Bongo, what's up?
GM everyone. Are these in the market already, or have? Yeah, are they out there?
Yeah, they're on Magic Eden. If you go to Magic Eden and just search Pixel Quote NFT, they're up there.